Okay, fourth grade Mind Math, Volume 2, Chapter 13, Lesson 4 on Measure Area. Lesson 4. Okay. All right, so here we go. Page 845, 845. Okay, so measure area. Why is it important to measure perimeter and area? Okay, so that is the essential question. All right. You know that area is the number of square units needed to cover a region or figure without any overlap. Math in my world. Example, the Perez family wants to put the sandbox shown in their backyard. This one here. What is the area of the sandbox? So remember, the area is the inside measurement. The perimeter is the outside measurement. So one way is count unit squares. Tile the rectangle with unit squares. Each unit square has an area of 1 square foot. So if you were using little manipulatives, little squares, you could actually just line them up. Go, here's the measurement, 10 feet length and 5 feet width. Okay, so then you would go 10 here, 5 here, and then make the 5 rows of 10 and count them. Or you can just go and multiply. Multiply the length times the width to find the area. Now this is called the formula. So it's A equals length times width, okay? Also can be spelled this way, A equals L times width. So L obviously stands for length and W for width. Okay, so then you fill it in and the A stands for area, okay? So then you fill it in. A equals 10 feet times 5 feet. So what is 10 times 5? Hopefully you're saying 50. So it's 50 square feet, okay? And so let's go back to this example one. If you're just using manipulatives or drawing this on grid paper, there are blank unit squares. So if you were counting these, you would have 50 unit squares, right? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. There are 50 square feet. So you want to imagine this as if it had a bunch of little imaginary squares. And that's where you get these little squares from. Okay, that equals 1 square. And then the unit of measurement is feet. Okay, so the area of the sandbox is 50 square feet. Key concept, area of a rectangle. Words. To find the area, A, of a rectangle, multiply the length by the width. The symbol or the formula is A equals L times W. Okay, and there's the lengths and the widths. So remember, the lengths are always going horizontal and the widths are always going vertical. Make sure you draw these in. Okay, if I'm drawing in, you should be drawing in. Okay, so length and width. Okay, let's go to the next page. Key concept. You can also find the area of a square. Key concept, area of a square. Words. To find the area of a square, multiply the length of one side, S, so S is a side, by itself. So it's A equals the length of the side times how many sides there are, okay? So remember, because the square is going to have 4 equal sides, right? Okay, so let's do an example. The area and the measure of one side of the square is given. Find the measure of the missing side. Okay, so here it is. If that's 8, and a square, remember, has 8 equal sides. If this is 8, what is the opposite? 8. And what would the top be? 8 and 8. So remember, a square has 4 equal sides, so it's the same number. You only have to list it once, okay? So it's 8 times, how many times? 4. So, so it's the 8. That doesn't make sense. Write the formula. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not paying attention here. I was going perimeter. I'm going, this doesn't sound right. It's 8 times 8. So remember, what is the formula? It's length times width. So if the length is 8 and the width is 8, right? What do you get? 64. Okay, square meters. All right? All right, so think 8 times what number equals 64. So we know the area was 64. So let's say we didn't know that, it'd be 64 divided by 8. Okay, so when they give you the total, remember the totals always go here. Well, if you know the total, it's always going to be division. All right, so what does S equal? 8. Okay. So they're not asking for the total, they're asking what is the missing number. So we know that 8 was one of them. So what was the other one? The measure of the missing side is 8 meters. Okay? All right, again, just multiplication. Could you have used your chart for that? Of course. So we know how much it is. We know one number's an 8, and we're looking for what in it? 64. So go to the 8, find 64, and you go up. Okay? All right, find the area of each square or rectangle. All right, so could you count each one? I guess, but I don't want to work that hard. So always make sure you have your multiplication chart handy. So let's go. We're looking for area. And what is the formula for area? It's length times width. That's it. Okay? So let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we know that's 4 here. And then count going down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I have 8 here. So you're going to take these two numbers, length times width. 8 times 4. I guess it doesn't matter which one comes first, okay? And 8 times 4 is 32. 32 what? 32 what? Don't forget to put square. And did they tell us how to measure this? No. So if they didn't, you always use unit, square units. Okay? And an S because there's more than one. Oops. Okay, so the next one is, again, length times width. So it's 3 times 3 equals, use your chart if you need, 9. 9 what? Square. Good, Esme, I can see you working there. Yards. Put that S there, okay? Because you have more than one. All right, give me a thumbs up if you are feeling good about this. Any questions? Okay, so it's your turn now to go ahead and do some. Anybody need a little extra help? Or you think you got it? Give me a thumbs up. All right. Very good. I just want to make sure this got on my recording, and that was the last example. Okay, so you should be able to go ahead and handle these. Remember, you are looking for area, so make sure you circle that. And it is, again, what is the formula for area? It's length times width. So the length, remember, is always the horizontal, and the width is always the vertical. All right, so let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And how many going down? 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is a square, obviously. So the math would be 4 times 4 equals 16 square units. And we say units because they did not give us a measurement. Like this one here would be square m. M is for meter, okay? All right, then I'm gonna be done with the video and have fun with it.